Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about the tale of two countries, and the tale of two country systems, pretty much systems. Because what people don't know when they operate, when you start learning operating by the Spirit, you will find out you're supposed to not look at this world there's two, things you're supposed to look at, in this world that's the system and the people. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed, and the problem is, people that operates in the flesh, they look at the people first and then the system. But in the spirit, you're supposed to start looking at things as the system and then the people. And the thing is, the people are following a system concerning and how they do what they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start learning about love. You know what I'm saying? That people are a victim of a system, not that people are bad because they're people. No, a system is more likely encouraging the negative nature of the kind of person that they are. You know what I'm saying? Encouraging negative nature without telling them that they're doing it. They're just doing it, and people, of course, yield to it. But the thing is, there's two countries, tale of two countries. It's called Israel and Babylon. And these two, countries are, of course, in the Bible and stuff like that. But these two of these countries are night and day. As you know, in the Bible, King, Nebuchadnezzar, invaded, Jerusalem and destroyed, the temple and sent the Israels to Babylon, because and Babylon is all about worshiping Baal, Baal rhymes with hell for some kind of reason. But the thing is, this system really is all about, Baal means Lord, but it's really all about Lord making people become their own Lord. And Lord, really Lord of their flesh, Lord of their self, that you will be aiming to want to please yourself and engage in the reality of making you see yourself as a God. That's the whole agenda is all about. And when it does that, it's all about, this system of many gods, many gods and goddesses, that, are trying to pretty much influence you to think that you are all that and then some. And of course leads you to the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, that thinking that you're better than everybody else. That is the system of Babylon. And that system is now in all kind of systems across the world. It's a system that encourage what I was just saying. It doesn't that's what makes it so deceiving. It encourage people to be about being all that and better than somebody, and it will produce conflict, and it produce confusion, conflict, and chaos. Confusion, because remember, the Bible says God is not the author of confusion, but Satan sure is the author of it. And guess what? Satan gets authority in confusion. And it says in Isaiah talks about that, refer to Satan as the king of Babylon. And he is the king of Babylon, more likely the author of confusion. That's what one name of Babylon means, author of confusion. And the thing is, people are not aware, are not aware of this system making people bad. Not people are being bad, but it's encouraging people more likely to be bad. Now, the system of Israel is all about serving the one true God. Jehovah, and his, of course, son, Jesus Christ, that through him we can have a relationship, or his name is Yamashiach, Yama, that's his Hebrew name, and, that, through him we can have a relationship with Yah, they say Yah, and, or Jah, I know about that kind of stuff. I know you do too. But the thing is, but the system is supposed to produce and encourage you, as Jesus says, to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. It's supposed to encourage love. It's supposed to produce that you start caring about people more than yourself. And that's what really the act that Jesus Christ showed us and betrayed to us concerning the cross and stuff like that. And of course the Jesus journey of the cross, that you have to go through betrayal, you have to go through being denied by the people that you help. You got to go through being humiliated. You have to go through, being rejected by the people that you help. You have to go through all kind of things, to, be in a place where God, Jehovah, to be one with Jehovah. You have to go against the grain. You got to operate in spirit and in truth. In this system, it's about living in reality, but of course the Babylonian system is about living in fantasy. And and these two forces are in this world. When you start seeing things in the spirit, you start seeing system, first, that you see that the system is responsible of the activity of certain people that are inside, that are acting the way they act, or believing what they believe. The system is causing them to believe that way. But the thing is, you have to help them, rebuild them the truth in love, that that this is the truth concerning reality. But of course Satan is all about disguising things, and utilizing the lust nature to get people to believe the wrong direction, and it's like they will say that they, of course, like Jesus said, they honor them with their lips, but their heart is far from them. They say that they I love you, but they won't show love. They will show lust. They will take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Israel is all about, loving, like it says in Deuteronomy 6:4, loving the Lord with all their heart and all thy soul and all thy mind and all thy strength, or all thy might, or something like that, and love your neighbor. The thing is that, is the ideal reality of what we're supposed to we're supposed to be doing. But we have to become that, because if we were believing the Babylonian system, that we're supposed to be really selfish, and all about ourselves, and thinking that we all that, and we're gods and goddesses, and you should worship us. If you, believe that system, it's going to be difficult to believe the system that, denies yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the system, that, people, believe in this world system, but we need to be, as Israel, Christians and Jews, need to, represent our Creator, and represent His Son, Jesus Christ. And the thing is, what's sad about the church, where it's at right now, is that, that the church is supposed to be, according to, John 8, we're supposed to come into a spiritual adoption into the Jewish faith concerning Judaism. you know. And the thing is that, you know, Jesus, well, I mean, I'm going to show you Judaism and Christianity is supposed to unite together, you know. And now here's the thing, I love how God used order to, you know, and pattern things, you know, so great as he is to help people understand. Like Jesus Christ is supposed to, Jesus, I know Jesus is not the name of, you know, the Son of God, the God of our salvation. I know that. But watch this, what God does, you know, pattern, you know, because he knows Satan is going to, you know, try to screw, you know, his plan up. But he always have, you know, always one head is a million steps ahead of Satan. But Jesus Christ, if you take Jesus Christ and take the J and C, you get Judaism and Christianity. And Judaism first and Christianity second. You know, that's how you're supposed to look at the two. And when you see that, what the church don't realize, that they're supposed to get the spirit of adoption to see that, you know, we're supposed to learn Judaism to understand the truthful revelation of who God is, you know, and how we're supposed to be a part of his kingdom too. Because, you know, it's amazing how I learned a lot of revelation, you know, in studying Judaism, you know, but that's what being a true Christian led me to study Judaism. And I start seeing things that Jewish people are not seeing, you know, concerning the reality of the, you know, the purpose of, you know, God or the Yahweh, or, you know, I understand the purpose of everything. You will learn to understand the purpose of why this world was created and everything. And it's simple too, but you have to come to that understanding, you know, and realizing, and that's what Satan is all about, bringing division, of course, divide and conquer, the oldest tricks in a book that people love to follow consistently, because Satan uses lust to divide, you know. Lust divides people, you know, and it will only be, you know, lust is what Satan used. Like John says, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life, only brings division among people, you know. And it's sad that, you know, he's using that weapon and destroying this world so drastically. Is crazy. But the thing is, we're supposed to learn how to love, and God already set the pattern, you know, and Jesus too, you know, both of them, Father, Son, you know, is supposed to unite to understand the reality of the true purpose of this world, you know. And people don't understand the true reality purpose because they keep in division, you know. And it's sad that, you know, they allow, you know, the system of Babylon to, you know, divide them. And that's all Babylon is all about, divide and conquer, using confusion and conflict, and that leads to conflict, that leads to chaos. It's a procedure pattern, you know. That's how it works. But, you know, when you learn these two systems, you will understand how people are. And people are, you know, are really victims of this system. They're not so much of the bad people, you know. They're not as bad as they think they are. They're just following a bad system, you know, that made them a bad person. And that's what love is supposed to help you see. You know what I'm saying? That people are not, you know, we like to say bad people. No, it's just that people are following a bad system, you know, that caused them to be bad. That's why you're supposed to learn cause and effect, you know, and that, you know, cause people bad because, you know, cause this system is going on. This is why they're affected and they're responding to something negative affecting people. So that's why it's important to learn these two systems. And I hope you understand these two systems and how people operate, and encourage you to love them. So to get them out of the system of Babylon, get them out of Babylon, that they can become of Israel and serve the one true God and understand and fulfill their purpose to be made in the image and the likeness of God. To God be the glory, Him forever, in Jesus' name. Amen.